Welcome to the $100 MBA Show, the business podcast that delivers a practical business lesson in the time that you take to finish your cup of coffee with our daily 10-minute business lessons for the real world. I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zenhom. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online. Make sure you check out our free full video course on idea validation so you can nail your business idea. This is the most popular course inside the $100 MBA, and we want to offer it to you, the listener, for free. All you got to do is go to 100mba.net/free-course. You'll have full access to all 7 videos, our workbook that goes along with it that's interactive, as well as the chance to ask questions anytime. In today's lesson on the $100 MBA Show, you will learn how to easily create a small information product. So in today's lesson, we're going to discuss how to create a very simple, minimal viable informational product. I'm going to give 3 different examples. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about the creation of the actual product. And then in tomorrow's lesson, we're going to talk about how to easily sell this small informational product. This might be the lesson you've been looking for to just get started and put your first product out there. So let's get into it, guys. Let's get down to business. Today's episode of the $100 MBA Show is brought to you by Heroic Public Speaking, the live training event for public speakers. If you want to become a better public speaker, 100% guaranteed, that means better at interviews, better at pitching at meetings, better on a podcast, better on video, better on a webinar, whatever it is, whenever you're addressing any group of people, or even one person in a negotiation, you got to know how to nail your delivery. And at Heroic Public Speaking on February 15, 16, and 17, Michael and Amy, the founders, will make sure you leave a better public speaker. To get your massively discounted ticket, just go to 100mba.net/speaking. Again, that's 100mba.net/speaking. In today's episode, you're going to learn how to put out your first informational product. It's going to be small, it's going to be simple, and you might even want to offer it for free. It might be your freemium that's loaded with value. Or you could sell it for a very reasonable price, and we'll talk about how to do that in tomorrow's lesson. But today we're going to be talking about creation, and in today's lesson, I'm going to give 3 examples of 3 forms of a simple informational product. One is an infographic, and that can just include information or a cheat sheet or a one-page guide. Number 2, a small ebook that's easy to download for your users. And number 3, a video-based product. Now, this could be one video, it could be a series of videos. We'll get into it in today's lesson. Before we get into the different examples and how to create each one, let's talk about the mindset as we're going into creating this simple product. This is not your legacy project here. This is a simple product to test the waters, to build your audience, to see if somebody is willing to buy. Even if that thing is $1, $5, $10, it doesn't matter. Even if you offer it for free, is it compelling enough for people to give their email address and give you access to their inbox? So we're looking for a valuable insight, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to take you forever to create. So in my opinion, you should be spending more than 12 hours creating this product. That means if you dedicate a few hours a day, it shouldn't take more than a week. It could take you far less than that. It could take you a few hours. But I'm going to put a cap on it so you know that this is the size of the project. This is a small product that shouldn't take you more than 12 hours to create. So keep that in mind. We're keeping it simple. We're keeping it small here. And I'll be specific what that means in a minute. Number 2, the purpose of this product, the purpose of why you're creating this is 1, to put something out the door, to actually have something for sale or something for free that people can consume, that can see what you're all about. So keep that in mind. You're going to show your personality here. You're going to show your unique take on what you teach or what you provide in this informational product. It's also an introduction of your brand and what you stand for. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. The first example I gave for a simple informational product is an infographic. Now, you can call it an infographic, you can call it a cheat sheet, whatever you want to call it, to wrap your mind around it. It's up to you. You could choose. But the point here is that you're creating a one-page thing that will provide value and information to your audience in your specific area of expertise. So whether that's golf or fitness or business or music or whatever it is. Now, obviously, you have to get very specific because this is a one-pager. You got to be solving a very specific issue or problem. So if I were going to create an infographic or a one-page guide for Webinar Ninja, I would create something like a pre-webinar checklist. It'd be a great colorful guide that it would be handy for anybody running a webinar to kind of look at and kind of tick off the list of things they have to do before they start the webinar. Whether that's checking their mic, checking their camera, looking at their lighting, their background, as well as making sure you're starting the broadcast properly, all that stuff. So it's very specific. I'm not teaching everything about webinars. I'm not teaching how to sell on webinars or how to teach on webinars or how to create the webinar or any of that kind of stuff. I'm getting very, very specific. This is something that you're going to use before every webinar. That's a checklist. I would personally start with just some ideas, a brain dump in a Word doc or an Evernote or even paper and pen. And I would outline the information I want to convey in this one-page guide. Once you have the content down, you have a couple choices here. You can create it yourself. You can just go ahead and create a one-page PDF, and I'll show you how very simply. Or you can outsource it. If you want to outsource it to somebody who does these things, that's great with, Illustrator or Photoshop or whatever it is, you could pay somebody to do it. That's an option. There's plenty of people on Fiverr. There's plenty of people on freelance.com. But I want to give you an option if you want to roll up your sleeves and do it yourself. And you can use a very simple tool we all have, which is PowerPoint. This is a great tip we got from Cindy, who's our content manager over at the $100 MBA and Webinar Ninja. She creates guides for Webinar Ninja all the time. And this is a great, cool tip. So if you want to create a great looking PDF, just open up a PowerPoint slide or a Keynote slide if you're on your Mac. If you don't have either, you can open up Google Slides, which is part of the apps that are included in Gmail. And in the slide, create whatever you'd like to see on the PDF. Put all the text, put all the visuals, the colors, the images, the icons. If you're looking for some really cool icons, check out the Noun Project. But the point here is that you can design it in PowerPoint, something that's easy, drag and drop, or in Keynote, or in Slides for that matter, and then save as PDF. And then you can save that one slide as a PDF. There you go. You got your cheat sheet, you got your one-page guide. Pretty cool. Let's move on to an ebook. An ebook is very similar. You're going to put the content down in Word or anything that has spell check to make it easy for you. Your ebook doesn't have to be super long. It could be 10 pages, it could be 15 pages, it could be 30 pages, but I wouldn't go past that because, again, we're trying to keep it really minimal here. Write it in your Word doc, make sure all the grammar, all the spelling's right, get it edited, even if that's just a business partner or a friend or somebody in your mastermind just to read it over with fresh eyes. And then you can have it look really nice with a great background and great illustrations and a great cover if you just pop it in PowerPoint or Keynote or Slides again. And then save as PDF, and you got a great PDF ebook that looks brilliant. Pretty cool. Now you can also create a video informational product. And there's a couple ways you can do this. I'm going to get into those in a minute, but before that, I got to give love to today's sponsor, Heroic Public Speaking. Guys, on February 15, 16, and 17, Nicole and I are going to be attending the best public speaking event of the year. Nicole and I attended Heroic Public Speaking last year, actually spoke last year, and it's a great event run by New York Times bestseller Michael Port and Amy Mead. These guys are the experts, and they guarantee you'll become a better public speaker after their training. These 3 days just might change you as an entrepreneur, because if you're a great communicator, whether it's communicating in a negotiation, on a video, on a webinar, on a podcast, on an interview, whatever it is, you got to be able to perform. And Heroic Public Speaking is the authority when it comes to making sure that you perform like a rock star. Pick up your heavily discounted ticket at 100mba.net/speaking. And every listener who picks up a ticket will get a special bonus from us. Just forward your receipt over to us at support@businessrepublic.net. And we're going to send you a free bonus masterclass and on-camera presence when it comes to webinars. Again, guys, that's 100mba.net/speaking, and we'll see you there. So what about a video informational product? We'll talk about how to sell it, how to deliver it in tomorrow's episode. But let's talk about the creation. If we're going to talk about really minimal viable, shoot your video with any HD camera. And that could be your iPhone or any smartphone that is an HD camera. It could even be your webcam. But make sure that the camera is at your eye line and the lighting in the room is great. So you have light shining on your face, or you're facing an open window so you get the sunlight. And this, again, doesn't have to be super long. It could be one video. It could be one video of 10 minutes. If it's action-oriented, if it's insightful, It doesn't really matter if it's only 10 minutes. You can make it a series of 3 or 4 videos of 5 minutes, a mini course. That's what I recommend because I think that people learn better in shorter chunks. They also retain the information better as well because it's not that long. So again, it starts with a text doc, a Word doc. You're going to script your video. What do you want to teach? And you don't have to script it word for word, but it might help just getting the ideas down. You can outline if you'd like. What do you want to cover? Again, try not to make it a massive topic. Keep it very specific. And if you're going to do a series like 3 or 4 videos, make sure each video leads to the next. You want them to keep on watching, right? You want them to complete the course. So once you get it all scripted, there's a little step here that you may not think of, and that's rehearsing. You want to rehearse a little bit. Run through what you want to say without the cameras rolling. It's going to save you a whole bunch of time, and it's going to make you feel a lot more comfortable when the camera is on. Again, this is a short course. It's going to take you maybe less than an hour to rehearse the whole course a few times. So just get the words out of your mouth and feel comfortable with the material. Again, you may know the stuff, but it's the delivery that matters. Once you're set, put on your camera, make sure your lighting's all good, and of course, your audio. I recommend picking up the ATR 2100. It's about $40-50 on Amazon these days, and you can plug it into your computer directly as a USB device. Hit record and have fun. Once it's all recorded, edit it in any simple software. You can even edit on your phone. Most importantly, make sure you edit the beginning and the end. There's nothing more important than seeing somebody hit the record button and not editing that out, or hitting the stop button at the end of the video. Take that video and upload it to your favorite video hosting solution, whether that's Wistia, Vimeo, or even YouTube. And that's it, guys. That wraps it up. That shows you how you can really create a very simple informational product in less than a week. Now commit to actually doing this if you haven't done this yet. You'll feel so good that you released your first product, and now you're known for something. Now you got something out there in the world. All right, guys, that wraps up today's lesson. Thanks so much for listening. Make sure you hit subscribe, guys, so you can get all your episodes automatically. Also, when you subscribe, you get a back catalog because iTunes only displays the last 300 episodes, and we're on episode 493 here. So if you want to get all the earlier episodes, the first 193 episodes, make sure you hit subscribe. And if you have 2 minutes, leave us an iTunes rating and review. We'd really love it. Let us know how well we're doing on the show. Let us know what you love about the show as well. And it helps us keep on improving. All right, guys, that's it for me today. But before I go, I want to leave you with this. Creating a small, minimal product like this can be a lot of fun, especially because the finish line is so close. It's only a week. So get excited about it. Have fun with this. And if this is your first product, don't worry about it not being big enough. Start small. Get it out there in the world. Make sure you tune in tomorrow where we talk about how to sell your simple informational product at a low price or even for free. All right, guys, I'll check you in tomorrow's episode. Take care.